Cool belly today.
Cool belly today.
Yeah.
Y'all always wait for the camera to come on so I say it's hot.
Yeah,
I was thinking to say that when
I
we
was
open
cool
the windows
when I
and
was
shit.
showing
Don't.
Oh God.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you. Bloody fuck you.
I'm gonna share it real quick. We got yes on that.
Yes, sir. Share.
Tell you no introductions, Jay? No, not Chris do it.
Do it all the time. Ain't your way. Stop like don't do that shit, man. Welcome. Come on. Y'all pile in. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Another episode of Class A Dickheads. Kick everything off. Christian.
Wow.
That was dry.
Come on, Chris.
The fuck up.
Come on, Chris. Start it over, man.
Minister of Information. You know what I'm saying? We do have a special guest today. You know what I'm saying? This is the focus is going to be health and wellness, personal trainer. Yassmin, you can shout out your social medias too.
Oh, my Instagram is Yassmin_inspires. My fitness account specifically is Elevate with Yas. My Facebook, I take clients virtual and in person. You can add my name. It should be tagged on here.
And then we just keep going around the room. Wapskino.
Since y'all tried, you know what I'm saying? Wapskino.
Sauce it up, Tay.
AKA 60K Tay, Big Draco. Y'all know who I am. I ain't gotta do too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kick out tomorrow. Nah, I ain't T-Shiesty today.
Damn, alright.
I ain't T-Shiesty today. Next week though.
I'm Disco today, man.
Degenerate Dion. Degenerate Dion.
I thought it was another one last week.
Derelict.
Nah, Devious.
Derelict, devious. Go ahead.
Fuck you, Chris.
Deviant, go ahead.
Alright, damn. Just gonna keep going. Let me introduce my fucking self.
Alright.
Alright, we back. Dion today. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. If y'all are watching, can y'all please share the podcast? Share this episode, please. We definitely gonna be uploading some more on YouTube and some videos off our TikTok will be up very soon. Got to my left, I got Big Coop over here in the cut. Chilling, go on here.
My whole intro, bro. They always do my intro, don't they?
The man that
Your intro.
lived the man that lived the
Cool
legend.
Bentley.
Oh yeah, I get some bullshit today.
What you mean?
Really
Maybe
cool belly.
Cool Bentley. Cool two stacks. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna retire. You know what I'm saying? Double coat Coop. He said that was
Yeah,
slang.
turning a new leaf in
You know
my
what I'm
life.
saying?
Cool belly, new beliefs.
To the leaf.
Hey, check the podcast out. See, that's what I'm saying. It's weird when you ain't on the camera. Check the podcast out. You know, Crunch the Caviar. Y'all go check that out. Check the music out. Everything. Do everything. Follow me.
CEO of New Beliefs. On,
CEO of New
Instagram.
Beliefs. Instagram. Follow me. It's your boy in the building.
Okay.
Let's get to this
Let's get to
weightlifting
this
stuff.
episode, man. Y'all
I got
starting off
yeah,
like
say.
yeah, I started off like
I don't
y'all
know
got
her.
juice or something.
Yes, she knew it.
Yes, we don't mind if we don't be on no asshole shit, but like we usually give our guests like some type of quick nickname that they earned though.
This is Class
We don't be on no
A.
asshole shit. Like, it could be something like
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, that's fine.
What you say would be something simple like what?
I'm gonna just say you the first person he
I
asked
said it
permission
could be
to do
something
that
simple.
too. We just do that. We don't ask for permission.
You're right, my bad. I'll take it back. My bad.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm interested into knowing what Elevate with Yaz has for us. We don't know if she's really certified. Only Tay really know what she's done. I don't know what she's done in this world, but I'm
Okay,
you know.
okay.
No, I'm willing to listen to hear what you gotta say. pretty sure you have a lot of insight on this health and maybe the wealth as well. So get into it, Tay. Go ahead and answer questions.
Right.
I used to jump into it.
To kick it off though, like what really like inspired you to kick off your fitness journey?
The actual journey. So I've been pretty much athletic my whole life. I played basketball, cheerleading, danced. I did a lot. But in my adult life, I feel like I kind of fell off. I gained a lot of weight. I was probably like, I went into college 137. I graduated college like 215. Yeah, so it kind of was, I just kept having wake-up calls, like, couldn't fit in my clothes, was depressed, like, I really just had wake-up calls, and then I started working out really on Snapchat. Like, I started posting my fitness, every time I would work out, I posted on Snapchat, and people would say, like, watching you work out makes me want to work out. So I'm like, okay, well, I should keep doing this, because, I mean, I'm doing something right. I remember, like, I think 2 years ago, I said, for my birthday, send me a video you doing 10 jumping jacks or 10 push-ups. And I got so many videos. I got so many videos. So I felt like that was kind of what really made me feel like, okay, what I'm doing is really working. And then people were like, well, I want to pay you to work out with you. Like, I want to pay you. I'm like, oh, people make money doing this. So I didn't study health and fitness in college. So like my degree is in liberal studies, so it's like a broad field. And so I was working at a domestic violence, I was a domestic violence crisis manager at a domestic violence shelter. So that's what I was utilizing my degree. Before that I was a case manager. So I was utilizing my degree, but I felt like I wasn't completely happy. I was passionate because I felt like I was doing my purpose and what God wanted me to serve, but I felt like I wasn't doing enough to satisfy me. So then I started working out. I trained one client, and he put on like 8 pounds of muscle in like 3 months. And he was just like, you really know what you're doing. And so after that, I just started taking more clients. I'm currently studying. I plan on being certified by April. I'm studying through ACE to be a certified personal trainer, but I've been taking clients for honestly about 1.5 years. So I have clients who have tried to gain weight, clients who have tried to lose weight. I actually have one client who's lost almost 100 pounds. She's like 8 pounds away from losing 100 pounds. She's been training with me for 1 year. So I know that what I'm doing is a purpose. It's something to it. Yeah, so that's what inspired me.
That's interesting. I'm gonna go straight into it because you said some things. But as far as inspiring, they always say that it's that in the pain, that's what we find our purpose. Now, I don't know if that was painful as far as the weight, but that's hearsay. But what I do want to touch on, though, is because you say you kept getting wake-up calls, right? Mm-hmm. So there's this book that I'm reading. It's called The Power of Habit. And this is what they talk about. They talk about a habit is formed with a basic cue, then there's a routine, then there's a reward, right? So for you, there were constant wake-up calls, but it never did click, I can tell, in the beginning. So what did you change? What habits did you change that started off, even if it was a small habit, because it can start small. So what did you change in your routine that gave you the reward of losing weight? That's what it was, the happiness of losing weight. What was the routines that you changed in your life?
Let's see. I added water. So I felt like I've always loved water. Water's my favorite, but I wasn't drinking enough of it. So that's literally how it started. I added water to my diet. I started eliminating, I used to like fried chicken a lot, and I like greasy food. Yeah, I like greasy. I used to really like greasy food, hot crunchy curls, flame hots with cheese, corn, it's just a lot of stuff that I really
That's the good shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I swear. But felt like I ate it a lot, like too much of it. So I realized like if I slowed down, like if I ate a bag of chips earlier today, then I don't need to eat a cookie. Like I don't need to eat cookies for dessert. Like I started thinking of that mentally. So I'm like the junk food was like the reward. And then once I realized if I just slow down on the junk food altogether, I feel better. Like I remember, cause I lived in Springfield. I just moved back home like 6 months ago.
In Springfield?
Yeah, that's where I graduated college from. So I just
What school out there?
University of Illinois in Springfield.
Oh, brother, no fucking.
Yeah. What was I saying?
When you graduated.
Yeah. So when I graduated, I stayed in Springfield.
Right.
That's not where I was.
You moved back here.
You moved back after you graduated.
You made me lose my train of thought.
Don't
It'll
blame
come
me.
back to me though. If it's important, it's gonna
You
come
said,
back to
cause you
me.
was talking about the snacks and stuff. You said that you were gonna give.
Oh yeah. So when I first moved back home, I got some Uncle Remus. I wanted it so bad. It had been years since I ate it.
So you from the area?
And yeah, first. What's that best side? Chill.
Oh, okay.
Talk your shit.
GN on my back.
Hey.
Yo, go fast. Yeah, you keep going.
No, stop. Niggas full of shit. He ain't like us. We can go back.
No.
Y'all can go back. I forget too. Hey, go
I
ahead.
did. So basically, I ate it. And
You
in
ate
the
it.
moment, like I felt so good. That whole night, I felt terrible. It's like it was something foreign. I'm reintroducing to my body.
Yeah.
So that's what made me realize I'm like I need to keep this going. So I mean, I meal prep a little bit more now. Like I just eat healthy now. I switched how I ate. That's really how the habit was. But it's like I had to slowly switch how I ate.
Step by
Like
step.
you can't see me without fruit now. Like I eat fruit every day. It's my favorite snack. Like how I used to have chips and how I used to have candy in my hand. Like I always have fruit. Like I always. So I don't know. I just had to learn. I think there's a stigma where eating healthy is nasty, but it's so much good food that's healthy. So far, I'm telling y'all. Even in Chicago, it's hella restaurants that got good healthy.
Yeah, fact. And you know, I'm pretty. You know, I pride myself on probably being a food connoisseur, but at this point in my life, though.
What did they just say here? Eat from McDonald's?
No, look. That's what I'm finna say. Look, you tried it, but look, I'm finna say this.
Tell
You
him,
did,
what
you
tell
did.
him,
What I'm
Chris,
saying is,
stop
I'm realizing that I really, like, of course there's nasty food, like this shit trash. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably eat anything. Pause. No, I did.
Right, you
I did.
He's talking to you. He ain't got
No. Yes, I did. Cause
You
my
got
brain.
brain that.
That was safe.
Thank you. It was safe. I'm gonna start saying that. That was safe. But
No.
but I'm realizing for real though that it's really like food is food to me. Like shit, I'm gonna eat anything for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna eat anything. But I'm saying that because when you look at healthy food and then you look at something that doesn't have the nutrients that you need, and then you look at both, I would eat the vegetables and I eat the fruit because I'm like, I'm just hungry. Man. I'm just trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? But we give meanings to things, and that's what fuck it up for us. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at vegetables and we think when we was a kid, like they made me eat that. Now I
I want to eat it.
Now you against it. Now you being indifferent towards it. But my thing is, I won't be indifferent towards any food that's good for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Except for sea moss plain, I can't do it. You know.
You got to.
They got flavors, sea moss.
Where they do that at?
There's
Oh, he do that
At the
too.
drive collector, man. What's this?
That was your
Fuck
shot.
you. I ain't got none right now.
Y'all can say nothing. I know a black owned company that sells sea moss.
Yeah, he did.
He got a black owned
What's
company.
his
He got
name?
Yeah, he need to increase his mile radius though. I don't be fucking with that.
That ain't why.
Nah, that's cool though. But cue, routine, reward. That's what creates a habit, and you clearly but people think like I can just lose this weight, but you gotta change your habits. That's with anything. You gotta change your habits in order to change though. But that's good though. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I see that you be in the gym quite often. You go like every day?
5 days a week.
5 days a week too. Usually use the weekends as your like rest day.
I work at a 5-star steakhouse downtown.
STK.
One
Oh, I'm
of them, maybe.
He's just gonna bow.
Yeah. It's a couple couple really good steakhouses, but yeah. So I typically, if I work those days, then I like work out and train my clients Monday to Friday.
Alright, so what's some common misconceptions that you have, or that you come across while working out? Whether it's somebody, whether you just see women doing it. I want to say that was you. I'm not sure. That was talking about what's the body thing?
Body waist trainers.
Waist trainers.
I'm glad she touched on that too.
Yeah, I saw. I'm sure you see a lot of things. Well, what could come to your mind right now?
Well, yeah, when people wear waist trainers to the gym, that's scary. It's like you increasing the chance that you might faint. You increasing the difficulty of your breathing. Like, it's so much that come with that. So I do see a lot of women do that. And it's different between sweatbands and waist trainers. If people work out in sweatbands, like, that's fine. It's water weight, so it's temporary, but at the same time, like, you can still breathe. You can adjust however you want. Anything that's like the corset with metal, that should not be worn in the gym at all. I see a lot of men that ego lift.
What's that?
Just talking about that.
So basically, on the leg press, I was going for my PR, trying to figure out what it was, and it was like 720. It was like a lot of weight.
You said.
Yeah.
So what again?
720.
Okay, I saw.
But it's on the machine. It's not.
Right.
So yeah, my best friend was trying to figure out what my peak my personal record would be doing that, and a guy told me, he was like, well, like, I could do that too. Okay, so.
I like that.
It was fine because I didn't have to re-rack the weights. Like, I didn't have to take all one plates off. So if you want to just go for it. So yeah, he ended up like doing it and like halfway, like bending his knee, like barely, like that, like that. And you're just doing that to show out. And I see that kind of a lot at the gym where like people are like overexerting themselves to like show out.
I ain't got no problem. Get this shit off me, man.
Hey, easy. Hey, he'll do that shit quick.
Get this shit off me.
Hey man, get
I'm not doing this shit. I'll try. I'm down for the challenge, but if it's too, my back hurt. Get this shit
So
off.
that's like a pet peeve of yours. It needs to be ego, and then the weight trainers. What
I'm
else?
laughing
Some
at my
Waist training.
The waist trainers,
waist trainers.
that's more so I'm concerned about health. So that's not funny. But the ego lifting, the man who's like going to squat and they barely dip, like that's funny. I'm under the math.
But it's real though. No, because it's like I don't see it too much. I don't see it too much in Planet Fitness because it's like you wouldn't find a lot of those people in Planet. Well, I ain't never been to Export, but
LA Fitness.
yeah, like when you get to that, like niggas be like, alright,
Doing too much.
all the plates on there, they got the knee bands and shit. Then I'm niggas pop and he didn't even go down. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're in the hospital.
Most of us don't even understand how dangerous that is. All that tension on your muscle and your ligaments.
Joints and shit.
Something real. Chris just sent me a video of somebody doing preacher curls.
Curls and pop
He
both
had too
of
much
them.
of
Oh, yeah.
both
I
his
seen
biceps.
that.
Yeah, you
Overly.
see him rip off the bone. That shit, he's stupid.
That's crazy.
Damn. I don't get like that, bro.
I had a question.
I see, cause you going down a path. What I
No, you didn't see that.
see, tell you that. Hey, he hit 315. Hey, watch, bro. Watch, bro. I'm gonna be back in the gym though too.
You hit 315 with a squat?
Yeah, she doing 720. Look, you
I
ego
know,
dog.
I
No, she contradicted. She was finna be like,
No, I'm not a squatter. I tore my ACL, so I had ACL
damn,
reconstruction.
for real.
So yeah, but that was in college, so I'm like fine. I ripped my knee, feels fine now, but it's just that like mental block and back there. Yeah.
I
tore my meniscus my freshman year of college. Just the same thing, but I ain't really started doing legs, so I started working out with Dre. And then I was just like, alright, fuck it. But my knee started hurting. Alright.
Yeah, but it actually it strengthens it though, you know what I'm saying? People with
But
tendonitis
to a
and
certain
shit.
extent. But it does. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, so, but that's, I don't like when people drop the weights too. Now that we saying like pet peeves and stuff.
I don't like that, and I don't like the yelling either. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it's intimate.
See, she real. Alright, she certified. You say intimate.
No, like the sound of the plates hitting. Like
That's cool.
That's
That's
I like that sound. And I mean, if that deadlift, if you work your butt up to pick that up, I mean, if I'm deadlifting 135, 185, I'm quiet. I'm barely tapping the ground. If I'm picking up 255, y'all think I'm gonna be courteous to y'all and be like, let me bring this down.
That's
in that case, I'm talking. That's cool. But
That's
when there's some motherfucker that's all they do, like they 135, they just going up, slamming away. Like then I'm like, you overdoing.
I just feel like it's gyms for certain things. You know what I'm saying?
They do have powerlifting gyms.
Yeah, Planet Fitness for the family. You can't be coming up here slamming weights and stuff. That's just how I feel. For real. It's loud. That's why Planet Fitness got the little thing.
That's childish. That's real childish.
We got it for that.
It is. They don't like the sound in it.
I ain't never heard it go off.
You
didn't go
yes,
off.
you did.
One day. Oh, we was.
No, he wasn't with us.
No, we was in there playing. What was I doing?
Some shit.
I was doing something. I was just throwing away. And we was loud.
That shit was loud as hell. Right.
It's discouraging. And Planet Fitness bringing pieces to their people, but
they don't do it no more.
They bring
they don't do it no more because of the pandemic, but.
Yeah, they used to have a bunch of just pieces,
That's
little
crazy.
Caesars, and then the fruities. That's how I remember.
I'm gonna need some money back.
Pieces they taste like the boxes in. That's crazy.
But no, it's a downside to that shit too, though. Like that, just
downside to what?
Like just dropping the weight after you hit your. It's definitely a downside to that. Like you cause a misfire and pull some shit, tell some shit. That's why, like people be saying, don't just throw the weight back down. And I think me and you was just talking about that.
Form and shit.
Yeah, 'cause people just be doing it. And like they'll do the contraction, and then the eccentric phase, which is going back down, they just like it's real fast. Like it's not. It's supposed to be slow and controlled. Like that's
everything is
because you working those stabilizing muscles. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a downside to just dropping the weight.
That's crazy, man.
I had a question as far as like nutrition. Do you focus on nutrients or calories? Just period. Like when you meal, bro.
Nutrients. I say I more so just got into the food. Like I just made the connection. I was heavy. Then I lost too much weight because I did too much cardio. I was eating good. I was eating healthy, but I didn't do any strength training. Like I lost all my features literally. Like I went from a double D to a C. Like I went from a size 14 to a size 6. Like.
It was scary.
Yeah.
You swimming in your clothes
and smoking.
And I remade myself depressed all over again because I couldn't fit none of my clothes. Whole closet. I'm trying to get ready for work. I could fit like both legs in one pants leg. Like it was bad. Like I had to.
You had 3 people and they coach you had on that day.
You full of shit.
So I just basically had to learn like what protein, what to put in my body, what helped me gain the right weight. How can I get my butt fat again? Truthfully, how can I get my features back? Like, my goal, like, if you really ask me what's my goal, is to have a 6-pack and be stupid thick. Like, and now those are hard to achieve at the same time. But that's what it is. And if I want abs literally made in the kitchen. Like, I can go to the gym and work out and you'll see the pump, you'll see my abs, you'll see my pack going or whatever. And in a couple hours, that's gonna go back down. But if I'm eating right, I realize that like what I'm putting in my body really matters. You are what you eat. Like if I'm putting BS in my body, that's what my body is gonna reflect. Like so, I just look for stuff that tastes good, but that I know is good for me. Like I look and see how many grams of protein something got versus how many grams of sugar it got, how many grams something else got. Like I know the fruits, I know avocados, mangoes, blueberries, those all full of fat. If you're trying to gain, that's what you want. If you're trying to lose, stay away from them. Like I can think of that. I can name that off the top of my head easily when I'm grocery shopping. When I grocery shop, almost half my cart is fresh produce. Like, yeah.
And it's cheaper than what most people think it is.
No, absolutely not. It's very expensive. I ain't gonna
I was about to say, hey,
you get what you pay for.
Grocery
shopping, I probably spend like $150 a week. 100, $150 a week on myself.
Yeah,
you said where? Pete's, Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah, you can't go to Pete's.
No, that's different.
No, Pete's.
Tony's a smack.
Go to like
Peace gonna pay. Peace gonna pay for anything you buy.
Don't go in there trying to go grocery shopping.
You getting a drink, boy.
But like a couple, like Peach got the best. You can find cedar grapes in there. You find cherries in there. They decent on the Manila mangoes. Like certain little key shit, but all the other shit, Peach like jewel. That shit high.
I'm going to Peace though. I ain't gonna lie.
I went to get my fruit and I was sitting there like, what the fuck?
I like Peace though.
And it's decent because it's one
pay though.
That Walmart, Target, 200 of just fruits at Peace.
Are you going to Peace and Target? You on money, boy.
Like 2 years.
Peace and Target.
I went to St. Catherine from like
He went to St. Catherine.
first to third grade.
Something like that.
So like 2003.
And you graduated when?
I transferred from St. Catherine to St. Paul.
You went to St.
To
You went to St. Paul?
Holmes. I graduated from Brooks in Oak Park.
Hold on.
When you go to St. Paul?
I moved around.
No, so you graduated with 09?
Yeah.
So we the same class. Yeah, I'm like, she look for me.
We went to school together.
Yeah. You went to St. Paul?
You went to school with
I went to
us.
St. Paul. Yeah, in like 4th grade.
Yeah, so 04. Yeah.
What year?
That's
Yeah, like 04. I was on the cross country team in St. Paul.
No, you wasn't.
I don't even know why.
He's like, no, you won.
No, I ain't know. That's crazy. I've never seen. Well, I mean, 4th grade. That mean I probably was.
No, I didn't peep it until
I was probably in 7th grade. I was probably in like 7th grade.
In like 2003.
Tay, you probably. How you don't remember Tay?
I don't think I was there yet.
4th grade.
If she was in 4th,
because
I
you
was in
was
like 7th. So you had to be right there, man.
My brother and my sister went to St. Catherine too. Yeah, they older.
Who?
My brother, his name Bob.
No.
Bob, what high school you go to?
Me and my brother.
You.
Oh, I went to Oak Park Grade Forest. Go ahead.
Makes sense. What you graduated from Brooks?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, I was looking at it, I said,
small world.
I
I ain't seen you in no Tigers though. I tell you. St. Paul Tigers.
Dre said it's my shit.
You want no Tigers.
Now you know if it's his shit, it's really my shit.
Why I gotta be really your shit?
He ain't, he.
Nah, I was at Summer, real talk.
Right, he was with the
I was in K-Town. Bad. That's crazy. That's a small world.
Small ass world.
That's a small world.
What high school did y'all went to?
I went to Douglas.
He went to Crazy King, you lying motherfucker.
I went to Douglas.
We both went to Crazy King. Shut the fuck up.
I went to Douglas. Stop lying on me on here.
Why you want to go to Douglas?
I don't know.
I was like, Dr. King was cool.
All right.
Y'all in the first graduating class? Y'all got the iPad?
Second.
Oh, so y'all saw them get the iPad.
They got iPad?
They did.
The first year.
The first,
So y'all saw them.
That's what voice did too.
Oh, you went to church with Larry?
Yeah, I got to Larry and Samantha.
Small motherfucking world.
Larry.
Nah, that's some motherfuckers they went to school with.
So
Yeah, me and Larry, we related now. Yeah, that's my cousin.
Now?
Marriage?
What is he, my uncle? Yeah, he's my cousin.
Y'all talk about it.
One of them, yeah, marriage, yeah. His brother's married.
That's man. So I wanna move it off you a little bit because I see you're talking a lot. Tay, according to what she's saying, like, how was your journey? Like, was it similar, different? Because I know back in the day we used to beat you up a lot, so that's why I made you get in the gym and stuff.
Store runner.
You know what I'm saying? We used to store runner. Tay was a store runner. No, just playing. No, for real though.
Andy by the cut. You know what I'm saying?
But what, like, because I don't think we ever asked you, like, or ever got into, like, what's your why? Like, we know her why, what's your why?
Mine was,
Look up the screen.
you feel me? I got the bottle in my hand, Bigger Tolerance Fitness. I'm also accepting clients. She ain't the only one that ain't taking clients.
Let's get it.
But there's enough money to go around. My why was, exact opposite of us. Shit, I got tired of motherfucking clothes being too big. I always been the smallest one out of the group, not as you. But
I still beat you.
but no, that's really what it was. Like at first, it was on some ego lifting shit. Like I'd be in the gym lifting motherfuckers, and then I'd see like, damn, like he lifting that. I should be able to do that. And then I just really fell in love with the grind for real.
Right.
Like it just became habitual. What you say, cue, routine, reward.
Cue, routine,
You know,
reward.
I wasn't even.
Change
I
your
got
life.
to the point where I wasn't really looking for a reward no more. It was just
But at that point though, like you done did it so much, it's just it's a habit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just what you do. You know, so
yeah.
I can see that.
Then also like I said, I had knee surgery freshman year, so I couldn't do shit. So I was doctor talking about you got to stay off your leg. Me and Dion was still at the rec lifting.
We're still going to parties too.
Damn, fucked up.
Yeah. That shit, that
They
stopped.
knew
Knee
Tay
brace
for
and
being
all.
they knew Tay for being the dude.
I had-
That messed.
He got the cast or something.
I had the brace on. You was the one with the brace. Yeah, that was me.
He got
I'm
letting
still
the party free and everything.
You feel me? We live. With
That's
the
what's
brace
up.
on. But yeah, to me, that's what it was. Like, and now it's just habit.
That's your journey. But you know what's funny? What you said is that it was a point where you wanted to lose weight, but then you lost too much weight. Now it's like, oh, I'm on a gain. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's just crazy how like the perspective just flipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying that to love yourself.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, because it's the grass ain't always green on the other side. For real though, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay to be healthy. You know, you know what I hate? And I hate this when you'll have somebody who's losing weight and then somebody will come to them and all right, now don't lose too much weight.
Man.
I hate that. I hate that. Cause why are you saying that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you speaking to me or are you or is there something going? You know what I'm saying?
It's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, I hate that because you know a lot of people be hating. So there's a lot of things like I see y'all, you know, do y'all thing. You know, just do what y'all do because
Make y'all happy.
it makes y'all happy. But also it's a mutual benefit because y'all helping other people doing. That's the beauty. A lot of people don't get a chance to help other people. So that's dope to do, man.
Yeah, but,
Go ahead.
so like Dre just touched on based he didn't really touch on it, but he kind of touched the surface. Body dysmorphia. Do you know or do you come across a lot of women that like deal with that? Is there anything that you can say?
Man.
Any
I
advice?
actually, to be honest, I know more men that struggle with body dysmorphia than women.
Body image issues and shit.
It's hard for me to relate to that because I always was taught to be beautiful inside, no matter what. This gonna fade. Like
Who taught you that?
my mom.
Shout out to your mom.
My family, my whole family always taught me. But it's crazy because I'm 26 now. On my 24th birthday was the first day I looked in the mirror and told myself, like, you're beautiful. That's the first day I realized I was beautiful. Like, so it's crazy. I think it's tough because when you look on the outside, like it's hard. It's easy to be hard on yourself. Like I know I went to Costa Rica in April and I like was stacked. I'm like, I gotta work on it. Muscles popping, abs poking, and then I went to Jamaica. My mom and I went to Jamaica for my birthday, and I was eating good. And I looked at the pictures and I was like, I'm like hard on myself. I weigh the same. My body's gonna look different every day. Your body look different when you poop. Your body look different when you first wake up and then when you go to sleep. Like that's a real thing. So I just really learned to love myself, like, and accept my flaws. So if you have body dysmorphia, the only thing I can recommend is just
What you call it?
body dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia. Go
I
ahead.
said dysmorphia.
Same
If
thing.
you dysmorphia, look this up too. But yeah, body dysmorphia.
Same difference.
His face.
I can spell it and can't see it. That's bad.
Tenfold. Hey, that's
But no,
Right.
if you do have body dysmorphia, just learn to love your flaws. Because your flaws, that's stuff that can't change. The scar that I got from having surgery, that's never going to change. So I love it. Like, it's a part of me. So just make what you look like, I guess, a part of you.
Yeah, but then I don't really believe in flaws. Like, think about some shit y'all done been through.
What's
right?
really a flaw?
Listen, right? You feel me? What's a flaw? Because you think about something that y'all been through, and think about now how you made it through it, And think about who would you be if you didn't go through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So is it really a flaw?
But then at the same time, you also have to be healthy enough to separate yourself from what you've been through, and that's not just your identity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, like with my case, you know what I'm saying? I lost my eye when I was 3.
Mm-hmm.
So even motherfucker be like, well, it's motherfuckers with who can see good in the motherfucker, both eyes, are scared to drive.
Right.
I done drove trucks and all type of shit. Like, how the fuck you like?
So you drove me home. Shit, I was.
Fuck you.
I was like,
We haven't got pulled over too. Fuck you.
hey.
Fuck you. Right here, double park, fuck with dreads, man. But you know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying? Recognize that it's not a flaw and it's more of it's more of an advantage.
Yeah.
But also, you don't want it to just be.
Don't make it your
You know what I'm saying?
personality.
Like that ain't like you see just like on with the YouTube shit. Most of them getting out of jail, they got a story to tell.
Right.
But then you look up 7 years later, it's the same. It's like, alright, shit, you been out 7 years, my nigga. It's like, I understand that's a large chunk of your life, but it's so much more to offer.
You gotta grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when it come in the part of not playing the victim. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the victim of shit that done happen to
Ain't
you.
nobody motherfucker.
Because you're gonna stay in prison. If you know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep yourself in
that mindset.
And the mental prison is somewhere
It's the worst.
it's the worst place to be for real. So, and to help yourself out, you just gotta be calm, and that takes time, bro. And that's easier said than done. Because you can walk up, like let's just say she didn't believe she was beautiful. We walk up and tell her that, and she don't believe it. Shit, we saying don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe it. So that's why I had to get away from. Like I used to feel like I need people to support me. I need people to believe in me, because then the sky's the limit if somebody believes. But what happens when people don't believe?
Don't believe.
You know what I'm saying? You just gonna stop and wait for somebody to believe, you know? So you just gotta believe in yourself. That'll change your whole perspective though, man. But yeah, we used to tell you, I know Tay was tired of getting tossed around and shit. So I'm proud to tell you. That's my boy, man.
I just really want to know when I was getting tossed around.
Treat you like you ain't nobody, sir.
I've been knocking niggas out.
Niggas bigger than you.
Big y'all funny as hell, man.
Been knocking niggas out.
He said,
Tay, you had a question. Tell you what, do you remember what your question was?
I do. My question was, what's the pros and cons of being a female in the fitness industry?
Talk your shit.
Woman.
Let's see. Pros. I pretty much have support from any of the women that I know in the fitness industry. We support each other, even if we do the same thing. We don't compete with each other. We like bounce off each other, motivate each other. I think that's good, having a support system. I think it's easy to kind of generate clientele being a female. I had to get more comfortable. Like, first time I took off my shirt in the gym was like two and a half years ago. And now, like, I'm comfortable just working out in sports bra, like, all the time. And it's like, people, they see that and they're like, oh, I want to look similar to that. I want that. So it's kind of easy for me to generate clients. I get a lot just working out at the gym. And like ladies coming up to me. Like I was deadlifting and this girl came up to me and she was like, how do I get that? I'm like, what? How do you get what? She was pointing to my butt. How do I get that? I'm, oh, you're funny. And like, just like stuff like that. And I sold her a plan. Like I made her a personalized plan. Just like stuff like that. I feel like it's easy. It's easy for women to talk to other women at the gym for the most part. So I think that that's cool. The cons, I don't think that I get taken serious enough from like male strangers. Not all of them, because I have like male clients. I've had some that like understand like I get like that. I've worked out with professional basketball players, professional boxers, professional football players, just like a bunch of athletes, and they know like I'm serious like about my fitness. But like I can literally be supersetting on 2 cables in the gym, and a guy will come take the attachment off, and I say, I'm using this. Well, you using 2 things? Why you using 2 things? Come on now. Like, if I was another guy, you know, like you wouldn't have asked me. You wouldn't have questioned that. Like this. So that's a con.
That's pretty.
Yeah. Some guys don't take me serious. I get stared at a lot, which is sometimes it's like in my mind I'm like, okay, maybe they like she has really good form, like maybe I'll, you know, like I'll,
Some positive.
I always look. The cup is always half full. I swear. So, but yeah, then it kind of turned into me kind of getting harassed at the gym. Me kind of like looking in the mirror and seeing like how many people are looking at me. Like so stuff.
Dang, that gotta be annoying.
Yeah, things making me uncomfortable at the gym, like getting followed to my car to get my number, and just like weird, like following. I saw a guy. I was hitting chest. I was hitting chest and triceps, and he was clearly working on his lower body. Once he saw me, he kept following me, and he started just hitting upper body, just like
He's doing his whole workout.
Right there.
He said,
They
"Cute." Change the routine to get this reward.
I've been recorded at the gym before, so I feel like that's a kind of like I really want to build an all-female gym just so women can be comfortable. Cause like I've been stalked in the gym, like I've had like some really weird like.
That sounds like a great idea. I probably wouldn't like it, but I mean, building.
I can see why.
Huh?
Yeah. Like I see why you said you don't like it, but I definitely see why she'll say that she.
Like you gotta put your foot in our shoe. Like you gotta.
No, my foot is in your shoe. I'm just saying my foot is in their shoes too, though. You know what I'm saying? So I got, I went two shoes. You feel me?
That
was crazy.
I can understand that. That was crazy. I understand it from
You
her
feel me,
You
right?
are into that.
He got me though. I was joking, but I think that would be really dope.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting myself in your shoes, and as a woman, I would not like that. Would deter me from going to the gym. Real talk, I wouldn't even go. Like
She can still get her male clients by just going to the gym.
Now imagine if you don't feel attractive, it's 10 times worse. I feel like because now you don't want nobody looking at you outside the gym.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you in the gym and they still I wouldn't even.
I got just a quick question about like etiquette. Like,
Gym etiquette?
Yeah, like when me and him at the gym or something, and like you would see somebody in there, you could tell somebody got something on their mind. Like he ain't in here just like on some fitness. He get finna blow off some steam.
Yeah.
No. I mean, but
I be in the zone.
but he got.
I'm the only motherfucker in the gym with my headphones in.
He got good form though. I was gonna say like, are you comfortable with if you see somebody doing something? Of course, it's easier for a woman to do it than a guy, because he can challenge what he's doing. But he'll say something about it. I'm like, Joe, you can tell him though. It's a way to say it.
Oh, how like correcting somebody?
Yeah.
I have before. I don't typically. I focus on my own workout always. But if I see you doing something that's literally gonna mess you up
Like
for the rest of your life, like you can mess up your back. I saw somebody picking up a tire like with a hunchback. That you can literally like they're paralyzed.
Put that motherfucker down.
Yeah, like and it was a expert trainer. It was one of their trainers training them, not paying attention. So I went to the manager of the gym. I said, no, you need to you need to talk to them. I know some people are just taking it day by day, but your client's life is their life. Outside of it, you don't want to jeopardize them. So like normally I don't say anything. But literally, unless it's something that like you might pop something out of place, I say something. I don't care if you male or female. I'll speak to you, and people always take it right because it's the delivery. It's not what you're saying. It's literally how you say it.
I only said the last week at the gym, shorty motherfucker knees was. I said, Joe, squat. I said, tell you gonna hurt yourself, Joe. No, I'm tell you. Tell the nigga.
I was in the zone. I'm in my own zone.
Nah, but a lot of people don't receive well. I don't care how you say it. A lot of people don't know how to receive.
I think it's better if a woman come and approach you instead of a man.
If it was a chick that would have approached him,
But also you got the fact that we got age on our side. Shorty when she was probably 18, 19, and he wasn't no super duper. He wasn't no jock. You can tell he looked like one of them motherfuckers that get picked on. So he would take that counsel coming from us, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's already established. You know what I'm saying?
punch on y'all guys before this episode.
Or what what she
said he was taking.
Why you look at me?
I'm gonna punch one of y'all. No matter who catches the punch.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey man.
I ain't got the.
So he was pigeon-toed.
No. He was like this, but his knees was.
Whenever
he went down, his knee. I said, that's
like kind of had Deion stand a little bit.
Damn,
Wow.
y'all on each other today.
Yeah.
Bro. Hey, but look
You
though.
starting nothing.
But I'm trying to put myself.
You just gonna damn.
Like I wouldn't feel. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't feel comfortable. I just, for me, even as a teacher, right? Even as a teacher, if you see it's just certain times when you can go correct somebody, and sometimes you just can't go and correct somebody, regardless of what your profession is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta mind your business.
And truthfully, understood. All of y'all have sports backgrounds though, so I somewhat it's more of a you got good form. Dion would have good form. He just still. You know what I'm saying?
Football took a toll on my body.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all have those sports background, whether it be football, basketball, track, whatever, or a combination of all three, or baseball or whatever. So y'all, it's depending on like your uncle name at the gym. Even though you knew what to do, just the fact that I never said what they were saying, it's just that boost morale where they coming from. You knew not to take no offense to it. I'm saying.
What you talking about?
Remember when they was slamming the 135 down, and he said, "Don't let it rest on your chest." When you was trying to, I think you.
I know.
Yeah, when you had 4 plays on
Yeah, y'all know what you're talking about.
you would just say no. No, but I'm just saying. I understand what you're saying. Just mind your business. Not all the time, but in certain situations, like she just said, he could have hurt himself. So that's why I was coming.
Facts.
From. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. I'm an asshole. Chris gonna take it. Everybody gonna take what Chris say. Like, Chris, shut the fuck up. All right, whatever. All right, I'm not gonna say that. But I'm like, you have the expertise. Yeah. I'm like, you don't know what that could turn into.
That's what I'm saying. It's levels to it. It's levels to help.
You can okay get the point out of
That's
that.
all.
Facts.
That's all.
That's what I was gonna say about because that's a good marketing opportunity. But I ain't. Well, that's a good opportunity to get a client. And I think I'm switching gears, but it's okay. When you said I had told everybody to post a video of doing that was a marketing genius. That was genius.
See how many people messing with him.
Yeah, what? But she said she just wanted to see people do the.
That was for her birthday.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That was genius though, marketing. You didn't even realize what was gonna come about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that like with Tay, like if you do see somebody, even if they don't take it right, if you in this field. Like Chris gonna try to sell some insurance. He ain't gonna go, they look like they healthy.
No, for sure.
I'm finna go over here and try to get, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But even if they don't take it, you still practicing. Yeah. You gotta understand it's the result you looking for. You practicing.
I mean,
you know?
I guess for me personally, it just come from me working when I worked at LA Fitness. That was part of the interview process. I had to go up to like 10 people and ask them certain questions about fitness, correcting their form. And in LA Fitness, motherfuckers like 4:30 to like 6 o'clock is for the meathead hour. Y'all familiar with the term meatheads in the gym, right? Meathead hour. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Take the headphones off.
Shut up.
What'd you say?
What? Nah, bro, I ain't trying to hit him. Sorry, all right, bro, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it was. Because I don't like talking to people. And then even I look at myself, I'm like, bro, when I'm working out, I don't like when people talk to me.
See, and that's what
I'm in the zone.
And that's why you reacted. Because you don't want nobody talking to you. So why would I go over and tell this shorty?
Joe, because
you got a bit, you know what I'm saying? But you see how I'm saying though? It's like, it's different.
I'm at the gym, I'm like, all right, shit. When I'm at the gym, motherfucker come up to me just talking shit. You know, you got your headphones, all you see is motherfucker mouth moving. What? No, I was just asking what you use the shit, bro. Hey, come on.
Yeah, you trying to lose your adrenaline.
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I feel you.
Hey, what do you want? What?
Yeah, but that's the song that just got you back the way you trying to go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, I did 8 sets of squats. Hey, excuse me, is you using this mat? I'm on the squat rack. What am I using that for? I'm dead.
I'm an asshole.
You know what I'm saying? Because even
that's him. It is though.
Even
Right?
if a motherfucker come up and ask that, they might see that you in there, like people recognize her in the gym consistently, and that's their introduction. So you know what I'm saying? You asshole.
I mean, I'm gonna start taking my shirt off in the gym. You feel me?
Hopefully, you do your thing. You started to do that when we was at the gym at the church. Go over there.
They was looking at me though.
You're right. He was looking at me.
I don't mind
I gotta show
small
this
talk
part.
at the gym.
You don't mind
I don't
small?
mind it, but I got a mean face on purpose. especially when I got a hat on. I like try to.
Oh, that's the real.
So like,
I like just saying
Every girl got the hat.
Yeah.
Some of the hat.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy?
Be the hat.
It locked you
Because
in.
men
Right.
know that that's what y'all doing it for.
They come over there anyway.
Oh,
I'm not talking to no female.
I'm so
in the gym.
nice. I'm looking so mean.
I don't talk to no female. I'm not
I mean, when you in the gym, you ain't
I don't
gotta
wanna
try
talk
to
to
talk
nobody.
and shit.
But if somebody come to me, I'm approachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool, let's chop it up.
like he thought I let Shorty.
Yeah, like I would. Yeah, like if Shorty would approach. Like I'm very approachable. But at some point it gotta be like,
Exactly,
all right, what's
like-
the goal of this?
Let's make it quick. 'Cause I'm in the gym to actually work out, so it's like if you're gonna approach me, we can chop it up. But
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie though. If I'm a trainer though, nigga, shit, I'm in that bitch promoting.
I mean,
yeah, that's different.
I've had a lot of people coming to me. I'm sorry. I
Go
didn't mean
ahead, no, you good.
No, I've had not a lot, but I probably had like 7 or 8 dudes come to me and tell me that they personal trainers and like tried to slide their card and tried to slide something to see if I wanted to work out with them. And this whole time I got like my pump cover on, like I got on sweater, like I got on.
What's a pump cover?
It just covers my muscles until I'm ready to show y'all how swole I am.
Oh, okay.
Until I
I
get
be
a little
on that
tongue
shit,
going.
too.
I'm a little swole.
funny.
I got
She knocking niggas out.
Well, I could. I don't want to, but I could.
she said I could. I don't want to.
Grab tail.
Look your way.
Hey, Ed just grabbed me, huh?
Why are you looking at me? Everybody else saying every time something happens, you look at. I'm just saying though.
Chris, you gonna pause this?
So I mean, so you saying like what you saying about they just be approaching, you know, in one car.
Once I take it off, like take off my pump cover.
Then it's kind of like, oh damn.
Yeah, now I cover them come back like, oh, like, dude.
They feel shit. Yeah.
You train?
Too? Yeah.
Why you ain't tell me that?
Because I wanted you to get your skill out. I wanted you to practice.
I want you to practice.
Maybe I could have got something from it. You might have put something on. Like, you would have
Fact.
told me something that made me
Fact.
think, like,
Damn, I gotta use that too.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
I got a question for both of y'all. What's some things that y'all feel like is overlooked when it comes to being fit or even working out? And or it could be underlooked too.
I would say, I would say as being, I ain't no athlete no more, but I'm still athletic. Don't get it twisted. Tell you, we still racing when it get warm. But I would say sleep was when I was in college playing football. Sleep had to be my friend because I got practice at 5 in the morning. Then I got an 8 a.m. class. Then after that I got a 10. Then I got a 12. Then I got a break. Then we got meetings. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to do homework. So it was like sleep was like, hey, bro, I pressed on my own. Nobody messing with me either because I know what type of day I'm gonna have the next day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get rest, bro. But also, you gotta get your body time to recover. Your body recovers during sleep. You know what I'm saying? While you sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your best rest. So I know people, I don't know what hours people did. Sometimes shit, I ain't get no sleep. Sometimes I'm on 5 hours of sleep, you know, but that's just school. But I realized during injuries, if you got an injury, you aching, you know what I'm saying? Go to sleep. You feel me? Like that's the best move for your body is just rest it off. But I would say that. What you gonna say, Yass?
I was going to say, so I have plans for my clients so they can build in basically 12-month plans that we add on to. And I let them know that health is much further than just physical. So there's 6 aspects of health. So there's mental, emotional, spiritual, environmental, and social. So I have them have to participate in doing 3 of those categories every week, and they have to put it in and let me know how they did it just so they could go back and be like, oh, okay, well, like mentally I'm feeling exhausted right now. They go back and see, well, this is what I did in the past and it helped me. Yeah. So that's all I was gonna say. I just learned that it's a lot more than just physical. There's not a lot more than how you look. Literally how you feel on the inside, that's what matters. So I think that's overlooked. I think a lot of people that go to the gym, they think like they fighting demons, so they about to go to the gym and they gonna be cool.
You look proud of
Everybody everybody had a day.
No, we been.
No, I'm saying like every day they go to the gym. They think that since they worked out, everything completely is fine in every way. But it's like it is more than that, and it is time you gotta take it back to yourself.
Yeah.
Is that because I see you got your notes pulled up? Is
Oh
that
no, that's my plan.
Is that from where did you learn that from? Was it the book Psychology of Exercise?
Yeah, what that too?
I did. I'm gonna come back to it later.
Oh yeah, tell you, Fender, you gotta
Full spectrum health.
I learned. Yeah, I'm like in one of the ACE books that when I'm studying from. I learned about like mental, social health, and then I kind of just did my own research.
I asked that because I took a sports psychology class in college, and I had to read the book, Psychology of Exercise, and they talked about the 6 aspects. I would say something that's overlooked, and I just learned this too because I told y'all in the group chat I read that book. It's called Functional Range Conditioning, and it's basically just talking about functional range of motion. You know what I'm saying? You go to the gym and focus on lifting all of this weight. You ain't doing it properly. You're not even flexible enough to do it. You know, to do the motion, 1, and then 2, you just trying to get a quick pump when you should really be getting, like I talked about, the full eccentric phase and the full concentric phase. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that gets overlooked. And then, like Dre said, rest. People think, and I'm pretty sure you probably get it too. People think, oh, you gotta go to the gym every day. No, like, and I just talked to you about bro, you don't have to work out every day. Like, rest is, I sleep a lot, and I don't think people understand how important sleep is. Like, your body has to recharge, your muscles have to heal in order to grow. So I think that's something that those 2 things get overlooked for sure.
As far as rest, what's some good habits? You know what I'm saying? Like Dre said earlier, like smaller increments. What's some as far as, because like I know for myself, if I eat chocolate late, my sleep gonna be terrible. Regardless, if anything at 8 o'clock chocolate, I'm gonna have a fucked up dream, or I'm not gonna go to sleep fully.
What?
That's
dreams?
Yeah, like it's like I terrible fucking dream.
Huh?
Any acidic food produce sleep.
Kryptonite.
Fuck this nigga.
I would say don't eat late at night, regardless.
Period.
I know sometimes I snack because I'm a gamer, so sometimes I play the game till like 2 a.m.
Who are you?
Shout out your gamer tag.
Ooh, Humble Beast _822 PlayStation only, but I do have an Activision if y'all play.
That's dope as hell.
On that.
Hey, no, but even with
Of course.
even with like yourself, like, cause as above, so below. So everything, you just look at life, period, and just compare it to anything. But even like when you go to work, you clock in, but eventually you gotta clock out.
Yeah.
And your body is the same. Your body is just not running. Certain parts of the body don't run 24 hours of the day. You know what I'm saying? So we not you got food just sitting there overnight and stuff like that. It just, so you gotta understand that your body go through cycles too, just like you do. You know, so
Sure. Like tips for that, and like what's a good time to cut out all electronics? Like outside of food, electronics is the biggest thing that keep everybody up. Just any artificial light, because you got your phone right next to you. I made it a habit of not, like, once I'm gonna go to sleep, I don't, once the shit that 4 or 5 years ago when people's phones was blowing up, next to them and shit, they leave it in the car or something, I stopped having my phone in the bed next to me. And like for your alarm clock, it's better to have it further away, because if you got it right next to you, you can always snooze. But if that motherfucker get in, like the phones now, they got this shit with the increasing volume, it's gonna get louder until they been vibrate off the dresser. Like, I gotta pick this motherfucker up now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, what's like for both of y'all? Like, what's like some decent habits time wise?
I don't really got no set time.
No, I mean like
as soon as it get back in the
Like,
bed.
no, I'm saying I don't really got no set time. Like, I do take time. If I'm on my phone, I just throw my phone to the side. Like, all right, I'm tired of looking at this motherfucker. But then, like, as far as like sleep,
Just angry.
all the time.
as far as fuck y'all. As far as sleep though, Once I take my glasses off, it's a wrap.
By the way, he's the only person I know go to sleep with his glasses on.
Because I got to see my dream.
That's crazy.
He wake up.
Hey, they gonna be twisted.
They don't be twisted or nothing. Them motherfuckers still be
I'm in tune, y'all.
I'm dead.
Y'all ain't been seen my life.
That motherfucker said, I gotta see my dreams.
I gotta see it. Y'all don't see the vision. I do.
But nah, we
I
coming
set
up.
alarms to get off. For me, it's really the game. I take like breaks depending on how my clientele is looking. But if I don't have a morning client, if I literally have like evening virtual clients, I have to stay up and play the game pretty late. But I know that with that, I'm still gonna get at least 7 hours of sleep the next day.
Yeah.
Like I know that I'm at least gonna be able to. If I have to get up, then unless I'm winning, unless I'm really winning, then I have like this.
You for real?
You know, they call it different when you streaking. Though.
After you win money on the tournament, it's over. Like now I'm addicted. Yeah. So now I'm trying to get it.
Stop playing.
What's my birthday?
Shit.
August 22nd.
We ain't asked no. I don't fuck around.
I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
She on the.
You good? We good?
I don't fuck with Leos.
She still cool.
We good.
She close as hell. She close.
She close. She close. Hey, she
Y'all
close,
Virgo?
but she ain't
I
done.
was a month early, so I was supposed to be a Virgo.
Damn.
Don't count.
I can see that.
I'm about to say,
She Leo.
I'm about to say, bro.
Don't count. She a Leo.
He close to.
She
He
Leo.
close to towards.
I'm August 31st.
I'm saying you close though. That ain't. I'm in the middle of some
Shout out to the GDs and the GDs.
So what the fuck is he talking about?
55-50. So yeah,
Definitely.
I got another question or two because I know we're gonna end up wrapping it up soon. Actually, that's another one for both of y'all too. 2 exercises or food or anything around.
Fuck him, Dion. Keep going.
Take a shot. 2 exercises or food that y'all love and that y'all hate, but y'all still know that y'all gotta implement.
Bulgarian squats. I
See.
hate Bulgarian squats.
Yeah.
Why you hate them so much?
They painful.
That shit hurt.
They hurt literally.
That hurt everything.
Like
Which
some
one is
stuff
them?
is like nice pain. You said what? Which one?
Yeah.
It's
That's the
real
one
ass
leg.
thing.
That's the one leg in front, one leg behind, and you like bend it down and coming straight up on one leg. Yeah.
That's the shit we did at the gym.
But it's good for your quads and your butt. So like, I like it.
What you did with
But that's
the
essential.
dumbbells?
Yeah, they dumbbells on the side, but that's essential if you wanna be cold all around, especially if you're trying to build your quads. The Bulgarians definitely. I can't think of another one I hate.
Yeah,
That's
good
crazy.
balance.
You can make it one food.
2.
one
Yeah. 2
exercise.
is. Nigga said, give me 2 each.
I said or. It could be 2 good with your belly.
Bulgarian squats.
It could be one workout, one food.
Hip adductors. Hip adductors and abductors. I hate them motherfuckers. I don't understand. That's like
I'm hurt.
what every woman does at the gym. You always
okay.
say, Joe, that shit hurts so bad.
I'm about to say
But
that
it's-
sound like some TikTok.
But it's essential for your squat though.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Mobility.
I can see
Cause
that.
I was
I can see
doing,
I can see that.
Because I was squatting and I would get pain in my groin, and I reached out to 2 other trainers. I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, you probably got weak hip flexors. So now I included those.
Dang.
And it strengthened my squat.
You gonna start doing it now?
No.
I'm saying that like I need to.
I'm thinking about like back in sports, like I will always have hip flexor problems, like, but that's why it's because your muscle is compensating for something else for so long.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, bro. But that's why it's important to know that type of stuff.
I hate those.
Top another one, or I can make it the second one that you hate the food.
It ain't no food I'm gonna force myself to eat that I don't like. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't like, I'm like, it tastes food I eat tastes good.
Sushi.
I hate sushi.
But
Sushi.
you don't eat sushi.
You just said name of food you like?
Oh my mama, he did. Hey, oh mama. Hey,
No. What he
Hey,
said
buddy.
was name of food
Thank
that
you,
you
Chris.
hate that you have to implement into your diet.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
That was the full question.
Damn.
That was some Leo shit.
Yeah.
Sushi.
Hey, got you. Sushi. That's all they said. I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
I ain't got no food that I don't like eat. That's healthy that I don't like.
But you're a texture eater though.
Yeah, but
So what's something that is good for you, but you like I don't fuck
See,
with?
the only thing that I really eat like all the time, sea moss. That texture is wild as hell.
That shit wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Avocados,
Yeah.
you said avocados. I just started eating guacamole.
I fuck with avocado.
That shit good as hell.
But that shit look like that shit like green throw.
Nah,
You
don't
be
do
thinking
that.
wrong.
Don't do that.
You can think about throwing
I
it.
don't give a fuck. I'm a stand 10 toe. I don't. He said something that I don't like.
Got him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I used to not like tricep dips.
You know,
I just started liking them. And now I like
like
my
triceps. Which one you don't like?
For me?
Yeah,
Squats.
nigga, you answer too.
I was gonna say squats.
You should say
I know that's
Yeah, here, nice.
Yeah, lower body.
Hey,
I
I
ain't
got no problem doing lower body, but I ground at work.
The fuck, I'm not gonna go to work at
Chris,
the
every time Dion, we doing this.
And what I say?
I'm on the ground today.
Exactly. What the fuck am I finna ground?
Hey, but I can speak from experience.
Nah, that's that
Hey,
version.
no,
Next.
hey, no,
That's
fuck
that
that
railroad
shit. Hey, no bullshit. On the high page day, Jay, you can touch them at 40,000 steps.
That's cool.
You ain't done
Hell
it.
no.
On concrete, Jay,
Squat.
you
Y'all
got
making
you
excuses.
have bad knees,
I
man.
don't. And I squat.
Tell you ain't got on that motherfucker grind.
I squat.
And then I'm
I
leaving
do
straight
legs.
from there and going straight to work.
Oh, you
I
tripping,
do
Joe.
legs.
We just talked about
Oh, you leaving the gym going to work.
going to
Yeah.
work. Yeah,
More like
immediately
I'm
after.
going to work.
And be tight to it. I've done it.
Stretch.
Actually,
No
I mean,
stretching.
Say,
Walk
what's
out how your
the
legs
what's the
look
good?
that's a nice workout.
It is.
Grounding is a great
You
workout.
gonna be
Grounded
some
with the squat.
Because you climbing up and down the ladder the whole time.
Yeah.
Grounding.
Think about it.
You gonna be unbelievably
What?
tired. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't
Good
no
work.
good enough.
Yeah.
I ain't. My favorite workout?
Yeah. You be.
I don't know.
Bench,
Bicep curls.
bicep curls,
Actually, probably lateral raises.
lateral. I like shoulder shrugs.
I like bow to show.
I like shoulder shrugs.
Say, oh, just.
Yeah, shoulder shrugs. That shit.
I feel like shoulder day is an underrated day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
back.
Back and
love
shoulders.
hitting
I like
jacks.
It's underrated. People don't know. A lot of people don't talk about back and shoulders.
Hey,
What you talking about?
I just watched a video of women talking about the most attractive part on a man. She's like, everybody was saying back.
I had a shirt off one time, and the girl was like, "I like your back,"
Back.
It's
and I was
attractive,
like, "I never seen it." But it's crazy. That ain't never thing. Yeah, people don't even back.
I like backs.
Yeah, I like.
I
You like backs,
If I see
or you
some-
like doing back?
Both.
Okay.
But if I see somebody
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
a pull
facts.
up, I'm gonna stop and watch. Not
Facts.
like a weird
Agree?
way, but I want to.
Not how they look at you.
Not in a weird way.
Not how they look at you.
Not how they look at me.
Right.
I'm not gonna stay. I'm like if they hit three. I'm like good for him because a pull up is my goal. I don't know how to do a pull up since I gained my weight back. Like I'm a little thicker than I was last year around this time. So it's just more weight to lift. But I'm in the best
I
physical
feel
shape of my
you.
life. But
I
I
feel
weigh 186. So
Right.
that's a lot to pull up for me. I'm
Right. Right.
I'm bottom heavy. My legs are stronger. So when I see other people do pull ups, men or female, I'm like
Yeah.
in awe. Like, oh wow, that's
But you know what's crazy though? Even with doing those workouts, it's so crazy. Like the core is needed for everything.
Everything.
I was just
Everything.
gonna touch on that one.
The core is needed. So like, what if you just focus like on core heavy? Like that probably just.
calisthenics.
You'll
You
get
feel me?
stronger in a lot of different ways.
But I was telling you about the dude in college who I played with. Like
yeah,
he barely lift heavy weights. Like everything was just like core. Like the medicine ball, that motherfucker got one knee on the medicine ball too. Like that's all he did though.
And
But-
like y'all lifting heavy than he is.
Yeah,
Functionally, he's strong.
but he's stronger. Like balance was crazy. Like you feel me? Like you couldn't really tackle him because his balance, his shit was so crazy, you know. But that's really all. He didn't really like it lifting heavy. Like he hated that.
That's what that book about. Just functional range conditioning, just being functionally strong.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
It's
the
your
core,
foundation.
the core and the hips, bro. The
Yeah,
core and the
your
hips.
core,
God
your
damn.
hips, and your lower back.
Damn.
And your knees. You need them. Yeah. I
Damn.
mean, those things are things you need to appreciate, take care of when you're young.
From like
Yeah.
hip
To
Yeah.
hip.
Hip
So-
replacements are too common.
Too
and
common.
Nah.
like our grandparents.
For
and-
real, nah,
like
real
that,
talk.
like-
Now my coach had a hip replacement. I'm like, God damn, you know. But I couldn't even fathom like thinking about, damn, they gonna have to replace my hip, you know? But you know, those are things you don't think about until it's gone. You be like, God, my hip. But I would say I want to ask y'all this: do y'all do any treatments outside of resting or like I'm saying like ice and you know, they got chiropractors or they got the little machine where you know the ice machine thing. Y'all ever heard of that? I don't know. It's
cryogenics?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got hydrotherapy.
So do y'all do any of those treatments or want to do any of those treatments?
Yeah, I
The who?
say my
I
massage
use my
gun.
massage gun, my best friend.
My massage gun and my foam roller.
That, you know, I had seen the massage gun. I had seen Devin. That's it. I said massage.
Go ahead, Tony.
Massage. The massage.
Massage,
gun.
right.
The massager. Shit, the massager for the massage. Nah. But Devin Smith. Is it Devin Smith, the receiver from the Eagles?
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. There you go. How he know that? And I didn't know that. But anyways, he was no. He was telling it was like a reel, and he was telling he's like, hey yo, don't use that because
of the bruise.
you gonna bruise it instead of
Overuse, I definitely bruised myself using it.
That's crazy. I never thought of that though.
You won't feel it until like a couple days
Until
after
you
the fact.
done.
Right.
You be walking around, what the fuck, my motherfucker?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even so, do y'all? I wondered, do y'all use foam rolls? Anything? Foam rolls and stuff like that. That's legit too though. Foam rolls for the back.
Tennis ball.
No,
Tennis ball.
Tennis
Man, I don't really feel the tennis ball.
No, that's more so for your
The
for
foot,
your
yeah,
arches
that I do.
and trigger point.
No, I
Like
got
Tennis
shoulder
ball,
pain.
golf balls. You use golf balls.
That hurt, man.
You use golf balls too. On the foot?
That's okay.
On the foot, yeah,
Yeah,
on the
I
foot.
had
But the
trouble
foam roll
with that
was the lower back, cracky crack. It's over.
Yeah, I got two foam rollers. I got one just regular foam roller, then I got another one that's like studded.
Yeah.
So like it's like a deep tissue foam roller.
That's crazy, man. It's so important. You two are just so knowledgeable, and you know, I never really sat down and really talked to you about it. You know, for one, you know, we just met, yes, you know.
For sure.
This is a good episode. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wrap it up with. I'm gonna wrap it up with something that's a little off topic. Something that y'all do that's unhealthy. That y'all really partake in. I know alcohol.
I got a problem with cookies.
Give me something better than we know that.
That's unhealthy.
We know that, but we know that. Damn,
They don't know that.
Take chicken sandwiches. You know, it tastes better than
them fish Big Macs.
I ain't never.
Yeah, they got new.
Hey,
You ate that shit?
the leg.
He said he gonna eat, but you ate.
Right. He talked all this
So,
nigga all
this
these.
shit-
Y'all
Nigga actually got lead
What
air
$10
seats.
Surfing
land
and turf.
Ain't no goddamn surfing turtle. I don't even eat seafood.
That's crazy.
This motherfucker got a filet of fish with
With Big Mac sauce.
With Mac sauce.
Horrible.
That shit is disgusting.
What's something you do though? Like, I'm talking to you, Tate.
Look straight.
You said cookies.
Alright, so what?
Yeah, my dog.
So what you got then? Besides cookies?
I kind of feel like playing a game kind of a double-edged sword. Because if I don't have nothing to do for the day, I play for like 10 hours, and then I realize.
He
like,
did say food. He did say food.
I said anything.
You said
Yeah, anything.
what's
He
something
said
you do
anything.
that's unhealthy?
You supposed to
Hey,
shut it down. I knew
That
you
baby,
said
motherfucker. Hey, you got cheat.
I said food, man. I said food. Whatever Chris said, I said food.
Whatever Chris said, I
I
said.
said, put some smut on your name early. Whatever he said, you
So
said.
the game.
He lied. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
The overindulgence into the game.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that's not
Trying to check a bag like you did the last time when you
When
won.
they get busy.
I feel.
I smoke that.
That's
He
crazy.
said I smoke ass.
You got PlayStation?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Okay,
crazy.
you can 1v1 me. A couple
1v1
times.
me?
Yeah.
I ain't
What
never.
you pussy?
That's crazy, man. That's what's up.
Hey, it was a good episode though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on. I definitely see you got the hoopers.
I just seen it. I'm mad. I just seen it.
You
'Cause I'm
get
like,
busy?
dang.
Yeah, I get ball is life.
Ball
You
is
said
life.
Do I want to hoop? We can. Like, you want to play pickup?
I'm
Like
not gonna
32?
I ain't no hooper. I just play defense.
We got a collab coming along, man.
I'm like-
Bill Thomas Fitness. Come on, man.
Hey, see,
Elevate with Yaz.
God working
Elevate with
mysterious
Yaz.
ways.
We definitely want you to put your put any ways that people can contact you, because I know we have a lot of women that follow us. So we definitely want you to put your information or the way to contact you in the comments. But we gonna end this off with y'all shouting yourself out, man. Shout out y'all.
Tay did not want to listen to you, bro. He like,
Dre, pass me that
Bro.
message.
bro.
It's all good, man.
What you?
I was. Hey, I can't even know.
We wrapping it up. I was gonna say y'all can start shouting yourself out, shouting out some bitches y'all know. Believe. I don't know if y'all wanna.
I'm proud of y'all, man.
Yeah.
Even the people watching, I'm proud of y'all too, man.
You shut yourself up.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, my Instagram is Elevate with Yaz. Beasley Fitness coming soon. I will be dropping apparel in the next couple of months, so be on the lookout. And I am taking clients. Yeah, I'm dedicated, so I'll meet you halfway. As long as you know what you want to do, then we'll meet your goals together.
You say you're gonna drop apparel. You gonna drop hoodies?
I am.
And for men?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
got
be on
you.
the lookout for that.
I guess y'all coming soon, real soon.
Beasley Fitness, that's dope.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, man.
Deontay.
I just be getting excited when I be around other knowledgeable members of the fitness industry. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was listening. That's it.
but no,
Go ahead.
shout out to her though, man. She's
Nah,
definitely
yeah.
a dope ass trainer. She be taking that shit to the max every day. She be doing
To the max,
backflips
max.
into squats and shit.
I
And
seen that.
Y'all make sure y'all tap. She definitely be. I just be looking like I would never do that, but
That shit crazy.
I can't. I actually can flip.
You can't flip.
Dre, what you
On
tell
my mama, you can flip.
Right, stop
It
playing.
might hurt when you come down.
I haven't. But now shout out, my brand, Bill Tolerance Fitness. I'm also accepting clients as well. Shout out to the people that's already rocking with me. You just showed the shit quick as hell. But definitely, I got some more bottles on the way. I just made a purchase for some more shirts. I got shirts coming in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that. And
Ready. Yeah, man. If y'all need meal plans, they meal prep as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
They meal prep. They here for emotional support. You can call them anytime. We're gonna put their number in the chat. Call them when y'all feel like
My clients call me a bitch.
when y'all feel like eating a cookie. Call Tay and he'll talk you out of it.
I'm definitely doing the accountability partner thing.
We're
right
trying
now,
to get him with Lizzo. He tripping though.
75 hard coming too, man.
Yeah,
I want to say
no.
April.
You down?
No, we.
April. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be on that bullshit, man. You're not supposed to be on that. Hey, real quick, man. I've been out the loop like a motherfucker, man. D Thrive Collective. Deon, I know you're gonna talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? I bought something that I wanted everybody to try. I made it great.
Everybody
pineapple
else?
juice. Yeah, great pineapple.
I'm
Sure, you know
Patron.
everybody in the chat can't try
Patron.
shit, man.
Go ahead.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Sea moss,
Cup.
fresh pressed juices. Never did that while he talk. I'm looking to get a sugar cane press. You know what I'm saying? Apparel myself. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout.
Oh
Deep Thrive Collective.
We appreciate y'all for
YB.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's another episode of Class A Dickheads. And shout out to Yassmin again for coming
sure.
through. You know what I'm saying? Super
She made it out with
Yaz Cash.
She made it up there. I was gonna say she
Yaz
made it out. We gotta get
Cash.
a wild nickname. I like Yaz
You
Cash.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Super
Getting that
dope
money.
trainer. Women, men, whoever, make sure y'all get in tune.
Midgets.
That's men.
That was
be
the
man
men and
and
woman.
Go ahead. Dre ass her. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go on and, hit up. Y'all can hit her up, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? There's enough money to go around. You ain't got to compete.
Yeah,
I done
man.
do a couple.
Oh, collab's coming though. She
Yeah, and
talking
I
that
just
shit.
want
She
to
said she gonna bust
speak
his ass
prosperity
next
over
month.
both of you.
Contact information will be in the comments.
Yeah,
Some say something, Dre?
Nope. I think I'm good.
And that's